Welcome back to another episode of San Diego Prep Insider. Christian Pedersen, Tommy Morris, Bodie De Silva. Bodie joining us on behalf of Scorebook Live, the official digital content provider of all things CIF sports, all things high school sports. They're a great app to have. They're a great website to check out. You can figure out everything there at sbliveca.com or scorebooklive.com, or if you just Google Scorebook Live or SB Live, you will be able to figure it out. The internet, the world is your oyster. I'm sure you'll be able to figure it all out. Also, let's say thank you again, as always, to the U.S. Army for everything they are doing before we get to our division preview. Guys, D5, it seems like the semifinals is giving us the matchup that a lot of people had circled as the de facto championship game in Mar Vista and Crawford. It was the first game of the season for both of these teams. They meet again now in the semifinals after Crawford takes care of Castle Park 42-0, and Mar Vista puts up a 40 spot on Army Navy Academy to win 40-28. The other game that we got going on is Classical Academy and Escondido Charter, both of them winning shutout games in the quarterfinals. Starting with that Crawford Mar Vista game, Bodie De Silva from Scorebook Live. Let's get your take on it.
Yeah, I had Army Navy last round, so that one kind of blew up in my face. I had Army Navy going all the way to the championship, but Mar Vista offensively really has it rolling. I think especially second half of the year, they showed that, putting up 40 points against an Army Navy team that really has held everyone down this year. So I'm still going to stick with Crawford. Their shutout was really impressive, but I think this is a shootout, high scoring, maybe last team that has the ball type game. And I like Crawford. The way Crawford's shown all year, I think they can attack you both ways. They've had some huge rushing performances, and then when they go through the air, some big performances there. So I'm going to go with Crawford in a tight, high scoring game.
Tommy Morris, your thoughts?
Yeah, Mar Vista, much better team than the team that lost to Crawford early in the season. They've really been rolling offensively. Crawford, Ahmadi Sharif, and Ken Armstrong both ran for 200 yards last week. Armstrong had 5 touchdowns on the ground, too. I mean, Sharif had the longest, but I think he had a 99-yard touchdown run, which is pretty crazy. I do like Mar Vista in this, though. I think it's tough to beat a team twice in situations where teams are pretty close in skill level. I just think that their passing game has developed so much throughout the year that Mar Vista is tough to beat in this division. I like the Mariners.
I think it's crazy especially to have a game be the first one of the season and then now, because you realistically could say, yeah, like Tommy, you were bringing up, their teams are a lot better. They're a lot changed, a lot different. There's so much football between week one and where we are at now. But for as much as Mar Vista has grown and improved by lengths and strides over the course of the season, Crawford hasn't shown anything but upward trend really all year, and they started at a good clip. So I think you gotta say that just with that number one seed, you favor Crawford in this one, but I also feel like winner of this one wins this bracket. Other side of it, we got Classical Academy and Escondido Charter. Like I said, both of those teams through the quarterfinals with shutout wins. Classical 25-0 over Vincent Memorial, Escondido 49-0 over El Cajon Valley. Starting with you, Tommy Morris, what do we got here in this one?
Yeah, I don't know about what you just said. I think the winner of this game will have something to say. I'm talking about a lot of siblings in this matchup. First of all, this is a rematch. Escondido Charter, won the first one by 8 points, 16-8. Life and Friday Pollard this season the two brothers have combined for 1,282 rushing yards and 23 touchdowns. On the Escondido Charter side, I think we all remember Cale Patterson and Dane Patterson, very good running backs out of Orange Glen, and then Dane finished his career off at Escondido Charter. Nicholas is there. He's a junior now. He's averaging 7.3 yards per carry, 13 total touchdowns, and he had 3 touchdowns last week, combined rushing and receiving. I like the White Tigers in this one. I think Escondido Charter takes it, and I think they will have something to say about what you said about the winner of the previous game potentially winning the finals.
Bodie De Silva from Scorebook Live, your thoughts on this matchup?
Yeah, another one of a rematch, like Tommy mentioned. I think most importantly, it was a recent rematch, end of October here. So some familiarity in these last few weeks. I do like Escondido Charter as well. I picked them when the brackets came out to win the whole thing. I'm going to stick with that at this point, but I think this is similar to the last game. Both teams are so good defensively. 1 or 2 slip ups and allowing the other team to score, I think will be the difference here, but I'll take Escondido Charter.
Bodie De Silva with the pick it and stick it. He's picking them and he's sticking with them on all of his picks throughout the playoffs. For more information on these games, like I said at the beginning, make sure you download the SB Live Sports app, visit scorebooklive.com. Stay up to date on everything going on here in the San Diego section. You can also swipe around and check out our other division preview videos. We're doing one open through 5, one for all of them. Guys, talk to you soon.